Wait, who got upset? Well, let's find out in day one's RMRs from Europe. So comment down below who you think's going to the major. Now let's get to it. The first game was Navi versus Fnatic, and though it seemed like a blowout early on, Fnatic had a great little run going. Taking the pistol round after the half, the score was 7-6 Navi, with Fnatic actually caused the biggest upset of the day in the very first game. Not when JL and Bit go off like they did and won't. I mean, heck, JL aced in round 6. Actually aced. So yeah, when Navi have 4 players with a rating of 120 or better, sorry Fnatic, you're getting the 13-9 loss whether you like it or not. Next up was Vitality versus Gamer Legion, and it's tied at halftime. 6-6 on Inferno? Well done, Gamer Legion. That's really good. So with Vitality on T side, all you have to do is hold them off and keep sights. You can do that, right? Yeah, not when Zywoo's got 21 kills and a rating of a 1.91. They're not. The second half went Vitality's way with 5 straight, and Gamer Legion did have a mini run of 2 in a row, but Vitality won the final 2 rounds, leaving Gamer Legion an 0-1 record. Moving to the Mouse versus Namiga game, and were there any serious doubts this was going to happen? For the third straight game, Inferno was picked up and Mouse went straight to work, nabbing 3 rounds in a row until Namiga grabbed 2 just after that run. This, however, seemed to mildly frustrate Mouse as they pulled off the next 10 of 11 rounds on the board and finished the game 13-3. How bad was it? Torching and Brawlin finished with a 2+ rating. Yikes. Next up was Faze versus Cloud9, and Rain woke up and chose violence today. 36 Ks between Rain and Brokey. Faze were surprisingly struggling early on. Down 4-1, Faze did make up some ground to make it 3-5, then dropping 4 straight to Heavy God and crew. So halftime, now at 7-5 in favor of Faze, Cloud9 sorted that out immediately. Taking the pistol round and the next round, it was now 7-7. So what does Faze do to retaliate? If you say win the final 6 of 7 rounds, then you are a mind reader. Cloud9 followed Faze Clan 8-13 and now starting the RMRs at 0-1. But now we go to Sinners and Saw, and oh boy, it was a great match. It was a tale of streaks. Sinners took the first 3 rounds of the game, followed immediately with Saw going on a big run. Taking 4 in a row, Sinners struck back at the 5 spot to end the half 8-4. Saw looking to dig their way out of the hole, they got the pistol round and the one after it on T side. But Sinners went on a 3-round streak again. Shock and B-Stick were not going to let Sinners lose this one. So now it's 12-6 Sinners and Saw need a miracle. Fortunately for them, miracles do happen. 5 straight T-sided rounds, leaving the score 11-12. So now with the match just 1 round away from overtime, Saw fall to Sinners. Shock taking Roman down in the final clutch opportunity. Oscar and crew dodge a massive bullet of going 0-1 and take the game 13-11. We go from one close game to another. It's Simple and Falcons taking on Forzy and Eclat. In another game of streaks, Falcons kicked the game off with a 5-1 run. Losing pistol rounds seemed not to bother them as they wanted to end the half on a great note. Then the chiz hit the fan. Eclat making up ground with a run of their own, they proceeded to defuse the last 2 rounds of the half to knot the game up 6-6. Oh, but they want so much more. So much so that Eclat take the pistol round and the round after to make it 8-6. So what do the Falcons do? They proceed to put up the next 5 rounds to make the game 11-8 for Falcons, and able to relax, they just need 2 more rounds. It should be easy work. Why are Eclat putting up rounds? 3 in a row to tie it at 11? Falcons, you need 13 to win. You know that, right? So now it's down to Simple with an MP9 and 13 HP. He needs to clutch this. Otherwise, Eclat get 12 rounds, and he does. A 1-on-2, Simple take the clutch, and it's 12-11 Falcons. And they blow it. Overtime it is. 12-12. The first 2 rounds being traded out, Falcons gain enough traction to get by Eclat and win in OT 4-1. Falcons win and claim a 1-0 record, and that's why they have Simple on loan. Wow. Sango and Rebels is next, and while the half is tied 6-6, Sango proceed to drop the next 7 of 9 rounds on Rebels' head. Vertigo is taken by Sangos, and they too are 1-0. Moving to the next game, Bet Boom versus Unity, and this one was a complete wash. Bet Boom doing nothing wrong. They had 4 players with a 1.20 rating or higher and squashed Unity on Anubis 13-4. Well done, Bet Boom, for that masterclass. Next up, it's Navi versus Sinners, and oh boy, Oscar and crew have to face the reigning champs from Copenhagen. Want to guess what happened? If you say Navi blow it and get upset, then you would be oh so wrong. Try an Ima masterclass, and then some. Sinners had no chance on Inferno as Navi crushed them 13-5. The only small bright spot was Shock actually did pretty decent, but that was it. Sorry, Sinners, I don't make the rules. Take your spot at 1-1 and take the rest of the day off. Sorry. Gamer Legion versus Eclat, and the battle of the 0-1s is now up, and Gamer Legion dominated early on. Leading the game 8-4, this looked like a very different Eclot compared to the ones facing Falcons. And to top it off, Gamer Legion just kept putting rounds up on the second half. Taking the first 3 maps of half 2, this thing was over. It's 11-4 for Gamer Legion. Pack it up and head home. You guys are going home, and wait, what happened? Gamer Legion ran out of time? Okay, so they needed to save a couple of AKs, no big deal. Wait, what's happening? NBQQ with a crazy 4K, and that's what Eclot needed. Taking the momentum to the max, they didn't stop until the game was done. 13-11 for Eclot in the miracle comeback for the ages. Truly a team that deserves that 1-run record, and Gamer Legion will head 0-2 and face elimination. So now we head over to Vitality versus BetBoom, and who do you think's going to win this one? Vitality versus BetBoom. It's Vitality proving that they want to get to the major as fast as possible. They crush BetBoom, and 2-0 is Vitality's as they win 13-3. So is Vitality's destruction over with? Fnatic decided to copy them? They didn't just destroy Rebels, they obliterated them. And in fact, Blame F went nuclear on them, posting a 2.44 rating and had 23 Ks. So yeah, Fnatic, take your spot at 1-1. Okay, that's all the chaos, right? What's next? Mouse versus Sangle? Okay, that should be a closer game, right? Nope. 13-3, why not? Xerxin and Torji with a near 2.0 rating? Why not? Sorry, Sangles, you faced a tough Mouse team that also wanted to get to the major ASAP. But hey, at least you're 1-1, better than some of the other teams. So that's every crazy lopsided game, right? What's next? Cloud9 versus Namiga? Okay, that should be a close game. Heavy God went mental, didn't he? A 2.0 plus rating and Cloud9 take the game 13-5. Are you serious? Holy cow, this is getting crazy. Well done for Cloud9 for coming back after that tough loss versus Faze Clan. And Namiga, sorry, I got nothing for you. Losing to Mouse and a tough C9, 0-2 awaits. Sorry guys. Saw versus Unity, and this was actually a close game. Kinda. Saw might be down big, but they were that way against Sinners too. They almost made that comeback happen so they can make it happen here, right? Oh sweet dear corrosive, they did. Down 1-6, they came back and won the game on a 12-2 run. Jeez. Well, hot dang, well done Saw. Do that again and we might have to crown you the comeback kings. But seriously, don't do that again. And Unity, you're going to the 0-2 group. Our final game of the day is Faze Clan versus Falcons, and we head to Nuke where Frozen finally stepped it up to his regular self, and Faze are going to need every bit of him doing that well. Sure, Faze put up 7 in a row after being down 0-3, but this is a Falcons team that is desperate to go 2-0. They want a major appearance more than almost any other team here in the RMRs. So going up 12-9, Falcons are up, and they have 3 match points they'll need to blow if Faze want to claim that 2-0 spot. Let me remind you, this is Falcons. Of course they blow it. And in overtime, it's not that much prettier. Going winless there, Faze Clan took the final 7 rounds in a row to get to 2-0. So now it's time to see what the games will look like coming up. Cloud9 will face Sangle, and while it was impressive that C9 beat Namiga like that, Sangle want revenge for being humiliated by Mouse. They're coming in with some anger and will take it out on Cloud9. They're gonna win that one. Sinners versus Eclot, and while Eclot are putting up good fights, I have Sinners getting this win. Falcons versus Saw in the next one, and though Saw have been making comebacks happen, I think the Falcons actually do go 2-1 on this one. Sorry, Saw. Fnatic versus BetBoom, and while BetBoom can win this, I think Blame F and Fnatic have way too much momentum here. Fnatic are gonna win this one. Next up, it's a juggernaut game. Mouse versus Navi. This one might be the game of the day, and while I see Mouse taking one of the maps, Navi will take the other 2 and make the major 3-0. Namiga versus Rebels is next, and the loser is out of the RMRs. With this being a best of 3, I am going to say Namiga are going to move on, though it will go to 3 maps. Sorry, Rebels. Faze versus Vitality for the right to go to the major is up next, and while Vitality could certainly blow it and be dropped to the 2-1s, I don't think Faze are going to take this one. So Vitality will squeak by in 3 maps. And for the final game, it's Gamer Legion versus Unity. Gamer Legions face some hard games. Overtime versus Eclot and an 8-13 versus Vitality. They've been putting up some good maps. Unity, on the other hand, were handed an 8-13 loss by Sangles and destroyed by Fnatic. So I can't sing a good faith Unity. I'm moving on. But they will make a 3rd map. But Gamer Legion, it will be too much for them. So subscribe for some more RMR coverage, and thank you so much for watching. Hoping you enjoyed day 1 of the chaos, and we'll be back for more very soon. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.